Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, before we start, let's send our best wishes to the guy who ended his run on The Tonight Show with class and style, Conan O'Brien. He managed to turn an insult into a triumph. Well, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is something that a lot of people have been: upset. Now, we all know what this word means. However, adding some surprise to this word changes it. And here's what I mean. You might be upset, but not surprised when you hear something like Andy Dick got arrested again, or that the most reliable reporting about John Edwards was coming from the National Enquirer. But when being upset includes a surprise, it's pronounced upset. And oh, has the news been full of this. Now, to understand this, we need to go way back to when the #1 TV show was I Love Lucy. Lucy was about to give birth to little Ricky. It was January 1953, and that very same month, another American family got a beautiful new seat. They were very proud of the seat. It stayed in the family for years and years, but not in their living room. It was in the U.S. Senate. This was the Kennedy family, and they had this seat from January 1953 until last week. Obviously, a lot of people were upset by this upset, and that wasn't the only one. Now we're going back to 1907 when the Boy Scouts began, and electric washers and dryers, and the first laws restricting corporations from spending money on political candidates, until last week. The Supreme Court said that it's okay for corporations to intrude on our lives with ads even more than they already do. Now, obviously, this decision upset many people because it was an upset, an unexpected surprise, especially to Democrats. Democrats are scared that the public will reject last year's empty slogan and vote for this year's empty slogan, and they're probably right. And now it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Brad in Oakland, California. Hi, Brad. Brad writes, Dear Uncle Jay, isn't it unfair that the media tracked down Tiger Woods at a sex addiction rehab clinic? Isn't there a point when they should just leave people alone? Thanks, Brad. Well, it's the downside of fame when the paparazzi is stalking you like you're Tiger Woods. But this does raise some interesting questions, like, isn't there something positive about a black man deciding that the safest place in America for him is in Mississippi? Don't forget, you can see more at www.UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.